Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on See You Spell Salvage and a new car to the channel. It's a blue Ford Ecosport, and it's not that one because I've got two. Today we're not looking at that one. Today we're looking at this one. This is the earlier pre-facelift. That's obviously the newer pre-facelift ST line, that one. So anyway, yes, that's not the one we're looking at, but I'll get to that in another video. Great little cars, these Ecosports. I bought a few now. They're like, I mean, for me, they're like the new Fiesta. I've done loads of Fiestas and now I'm doing Ecosports. I really like them though, they're easy to work on. Good to sell. They're a good practical car. So, spin round, let's have a look. There we go. 2015. And I think this blue is kinetic blue, isn't it? Kinetic blue, lightning blue. Two different blues. Apologise for the mess. I've got bumpers for the Vauxhall Adam. I've got a bumper there for that. I've got wings over there. You know, it's just chaos at the minute with too many cars. I need to get rid of some cars. I need to deal with this and get them gone. Anyway, 2015 Ford Ecosport. This is the what is it? Tech X or something. What's it called now? Oh, I had it in my head a minute ago. I've forgotten. Where's the piece of paper for it? Is there a piece of paper? It's basically it's a good spec. It's a high spec. It's got the wheel on the boot, which I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of. But I like the tech pack, whatever. I like the alloys. It's a good spec. It's got full leather or maybe pleather, I don't know. Keyless. It's a good car. This one is actually the diesel model. It's not the EcoBoost. So I think there are 1.6 diesel in these. Again, don't quote me. But a good looking car, auto lights. It's got the nice DRL strip lights in the headlights. Spotlights. It's a nice car. It's a nice blue. It's a lovely looking car really. And on the face of it, not much damage. But anyway, we'll come to that in a minute. I'll have a look inside it. We do have the spare wheel cover here, but it does have some damage. I don't know what I'm going to do about that spare wheel right now. The problem is, you can't just remove them because the back doors are slightly different and they'll have holes where the frame bolts to. And I don't want to go through changing a back door unnecessarily. Have a look inside it. So yeah, 2015. All this has got on is 43,000 miles. Like I said, on a diesel as well. So, got your key. This car also has full service history. Let me just remind myself, it's been a few days since I looked at this. So we've got a booklet stamped up to, it's got, what's it got? It's got 4 stamps stamped up to 37,000 miles. It's on 43. So obviously we will be doing a service to it, but that's great to have, isn't it? Good service history. Just the one key. Put that back in there. But it is a run and drive as well. All lights up. Starts up, no issues. No lights on the dash other than low tyre pressure. I'm not too sure why, because the tyres look to be okay, so maybe one's just a bit low, but seems to run really well. Just your normal stereo, electric windows, just your usual stuff in here really, but it's got an armrest as well. All in all, like I said, the cracking cars, these auto lights, like I said, they've just come on. We've got our bag of locking wheel nuts there and the key. Not too sure why they're separate. No floor mats. Let's turn that off. It is a diesel after all. Don't want to smog out my unit. Let's have a quick look under the bonnet. at that diesel engine. If I can find the release latch. There it is. There you are, your Ford DuraTorque TDCI. Are they they might be 1.5s these actually, aren't they? I think they're 1.5. But I mean, it all looks good under here. All looks really good. Nice and tidy and clean. It's a nice engine bay actually. And with that nice 43,000 miles, that's good mileage, I think. Right, to the damage. So this was listed as, it's obviously accident damage, it's rear end, but it's really low down, like really low down. Obviously whatever it was has caught the tray, the cover for this a little bit and broke it, and there is, oh, nearly fell over then, there is a very slight dent there, and I think there is on the other side. Oh no, it's not a dent that side, is it? It's just a bit of a mark that'll probably buff out. But yeah, rear bumper. Now obviously I do believe there's going to be something going on behind there. Having a look at not schematics, but exploded diagrams of these cars, they don't have a rear crash bar as far as I can see. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we find out there. But I mean, if you check the door gaps, absolutely perfect all the way. And again on this side, nice. I mean, nothing shifted, so I don't know. I mean, best all we can do. I mean, even the door opens, shuts. I mean, it looks like it's got a bigger gap on this side than this side, but that might just be the bumper that's shifted. I don't know. I think the best thing to do is just to pull it apart. And in here, got a little drawer cover for a parcel shelf. It's good. Little gander. Some tools. I mean, there's maybe signs of a little bit of movement in the floor, but I mean, this is still on. Generally they pop off, and I don't actually think any of that's moved, in all fairness. I think it's lower down. I think whatever it is, it's behind here. But yeah, so far I'm liking it. Like I said, they're good cars, these. They're good cars. The barn door isn't for everyone, how it opens sideways, and I understand, someone pointed this out, I didn't even think about it. I mean, in the UK obviously we drive on the left. Majority of the time we park on the left hand side, yeah? So bear in mind, your curb's here, your park's main road, your opening door into the curb and having to go around it into the road, aren't you? It's a bit, yeah. I think they were made for the probably American market. I don't know. They probably hinged it on the wrong side, haven't they? Well, for the UK, it's hinged on the wrong side, but they're all the same. Yeah, I mean, sorry if I'm sniffling as well. Hay fever. Good car. Looks like to be a nice easy fix, but I think what we'll do is we'll pull this rear bumper off and have a look what's going on behind there, because yeah, I think we might have to be doing something. Let's have a look. Right then, there we go. So yes, we do have some rear panel damage, but it looks like we got very lucky with it actually. Now obviously from the back, you see that edge, that shouldn't be pushed right in there, that should be flush down here. It should come down, then go in, and then meet back up here, ish. So the bump, well, you can see just how low the bump was. It was actually underneath the door. I mean, what have they backed into there that's so straight and so low down to push? Just, it's like a box section here, just single skin box section. It's just pushed it straight in, straight along. It's weird. Now if you look inside, it's not pushed in, it's still straight. It's not been pushed in there. I mean, this is all flat, it's all straight. That doesn't seem to be pushed in, it's just, I mean, it's weird, isn't it? It's a really weird one. It's got a bit of the exhaust there, very strange. But yeah, so I mean, obviously you wouldn't pull this out, it's way too much. But what I've done is, for those of you that don't know, there's a website called Cat Car, and if you go on it, put in, most vehicles are on there, it gives you the exploded diagrams of these cars and most other cars to every individual panel. And this piece here is just a separate piece. It's not the inside, it's just the outside skin. If you can see there where it's just started to separate, that spot weld's gone. That's the body, that's the piece there. It's this line, it's along there, and then it goes up to this lip. And then other side, it's there, it goes across, down, round this plate to there, that's it there. And then it goes right down and all the way along the bottom. It's a single skin, butts up to the inner skin there, and obviously that stays. It's just the skin underneath, and it overlaps both ends. And it looks very easy to change. Like I said, you're going to drill out your spot welds, separate. There'll be panel bond in between the join. Separate all that. That damaged piece then will come off, and it doesn't look like the inside, like I said, is damaged at all, because you can see it. You can see it there, and it's straight. That's the inside skin. So I think if we removed that piece, we could just spot weld a new piece straight in, panel bond it back together, seam seal it, paint it, and be fine. No problems at all. Nothing's moved. Everything's still in the right place. Like I said, we've got door gaps. The gaps around the wheels. I mean, the back of the body's not moved. It's just pushed this panel in. This panel. I mean, like I said, usually you'll have a crash bar there, and that would have took it. But maybe this is what they use as a crash bar. It's just a panel that absorbs the damage, which, like I said, on the face of it, looks like it's very easy to remove and replace. So I've had a look as well. You can buy it. It's just over £200, brand new from Ford. So I'm thinking that's the way to go with this. Brand new panel. I don't want to go to the breakers and start drilling and ripping off a piece from a breakers. We'll just get a new one from Ford. Much simpler. And I think that'll solve that. I do. I'm not convinced. Well, it seemed to come apart quite easy, this car, so I think it's probably been to a body shop somewhere. The insurance has had it assessed, should I say. I think the insurance have had it assessed. Pulled that bumper off before now and had a little nosy, and then put it back together because they've seen that. Because they won't do stuff like that, not on a car this kind of value. It's not worth the time. Because yeah, stuff come apart a bit too easy. All the parking sensors were popped out the bumper, just stuff like that. So I suspect it's probably been apart. But I'm happy with that, actually, to be fair. I'm quite happy with that. It could have been a lot worse, couldn't it? You've seen the floor. Very little, if anything, moved on that floor. If that had been pushed in, I mean, the first thing that would have gone is that, because this is so thin tin, that would have pushed and crushed straight up. That, no issues. So luckily it's just stopped. It's under the actual main piece where the door shuts to, and it stopped before it's made contact with the inner skin. And that box section, like I said, has probably done its job, hasn't it? Absorbed the impact. And yeah, quite happy with that. So maybe as well, with, you know, the door being a bit out of line, maybe they've had the door off and just thrown it back on. I'll have to budge that over a little bit, maybe. Because yeah, I don't want to be putting another door on it, really. I mean, I'll have a look, see how much they are. But it seems, I mean, there's literally, it's just one tiny little dent there, and the rest of it is just a few marks that will polish off. It's just a little dent there. Seems a bit extreme to be changing the whole rear door for that. But I mean, if there's one local, same colour, it's cheap as chips, I might go for it just to get rid of that wheel off the back, because I really don't like it with them on. But brand new tyres on the rear as well. The fronts, I think, let's have a look at the fronts. The fronts, they're legal. That's about as much as you could say. Right, I think we are going to have to end this one here. There's nothing more we can do. I'll get that rear panel ordered up. We need a rear bumper, but Joe, luckily with these pieces do separate and come off. They're just the plastic welded on, but you can take them off. So all we need is that bottom section, and even our lenses are okay. Must get one with parking sensors. And for anyone that didn't know, the Ecosports with the wheel on the boots have a different lower silver panel, okay? Because the number plate is located on the bumper, they have this axis here, and they have the number plate lights in the bumper, whereas on the ones with no wheel on the boot, the number plate is on the on the boot lid, and the number plate lights are also in the boot lid. So yeah, bear that in mind if you're repairing one of these. But yeah, great car, 43,000 miles on a diesel, 1.5 turbo diesel. This has got loads of life left in it. Really nice car, actually, really nice car. And happy I bought it with the service history as well. Cannot grumble at that. So yeah, I'll get that rear panel ordered up, and as soon as it's here, we'll make a start on pulling the old one off and spot weld the new one in. Like I said, with some panel bond and then some seam seal, and it should be as good as new, really, that back end. Alright, thanks for watching, massively appreciated. Thumbs up if you enjoyed, and soon we'll be doing the other Ecosport ST line. Nice car, that. I think it's got 24,000 miles on it. And I mean, you can see the damage there. Ooh, there. So that'll be coming soon. Yeah, thanks as always for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.